national. Shall we repeat it again? بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. حياكم الله جميعا معنا في لقائنا رقم أو قهوة الابتكار رقم كم؟ أحد يعرف كم سوينا قهوة ابتكار؟ 23 19 24. We have 16 in innovation coffee, and on all this innovation coffee usually we have a discussion about subject where we'll meet together, نجلس مع بعض ونتناقش في موضوع معين ونتحاور فيه. اليوم حوارنا بيكون شيق جدا لأنه أول شيء we have first time hosting international speaker with us, and the second thing that the subject he will discuss also very interesting. People like to know about new methodology and innovation. This is the right time, this is the right subject to discuss about the innovation. I would like to welcome on board on the stage Mr. Qais with us on with Saudi Innovation Club events and activities. Welcome to Saudi Arabia first time. Welcome to Riyadh first time.
Thank you.
And hopefully today we'll learn from you a lot of things. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
I will take him quickly before we start and some updates. So we'll take the floor for you after.
Sure.
Who's visiting the Netherlands before? Netherlands. Amsterdam. طيب أحد بقى visit ها Holland. So visiting Netherlands, is this the same as visiting other cities in Europe, or is the same? Different, right? And our guest today is different. Welcome again.
Thank you.
As a quickly update, we have signed an agreement with Al-Ula, so we are moving there soon. A lot of activities with Al-Ula. The first Royal Commission signing an agreement with the Saudi Innovation Club. Hopefully we will work together. نشتغل معهم إن شاء الله الفترة الجاية في العلا في كثير من الشغلات، ويبغون يكونون بالفعل بايلوت لكثير من الأشياء الفترة الجاية. فإن شاء الله مع العلا نبدع أكثر وتكون انطلاقة قوية مع أهل العلا، ومتحمسين جدا للإنوفيشن هناك. فاللي ناوي يزور العلا أول مرة إن شاء الله مع النادي بيتحرك هناك كثير. وقعت اتفاقية مع كذلك جهة من الجهات المتميزة إدارة النفايات، وأتوقع لو تكلمنا عن النفايات ووضعها يمكن بس لو حطينا سؤال كيف يتم إدارة النفايات في موسم الحج، أتوقع تمسك راسك ولا موضوع مو بسيط. بس موسم الحج 5 أيام، فعنده lot of initiative ويحتاجون lot of innovation. توقعنا معهم بننطلق إن شاء الله وياهم في كثير من الأشياء الفترة الجاية. أكيد ما نقدر نتحرك ولا يعني نبدع أكثر إلا بوجودكم ودعمكم للنادي. فاسمحوا لي هنا أسوي شغلة. No, why it's not coming. طيب it's okay. قبل سنة بالضبط سوينا أول حفل سنوي للنادي، ووقتها كان النادي ما كمل حتى سنة. الآن بعد سنة 25 نحتفل مرة ثانية في يوم 14 فبراير دعوة للجميع، وبالفعل ودنا لما نحضر هالحفل نحتفل بما حققناه من إنجازات ك Innovation Club، وكذلك نطلق مع بعض مبادرات جديدة في 26. فبس فيديو بسيط عن اللي صار اللي ما كان معانا في الفترة الماضية. خليني سمحتوا لي بس. كان في الفندق. This is last year annual meeting.
Nice.
Last year, I have to switch. فندعوكم جميعا إلى حضور حفلنا. حفلنا هالسنة يعني اجتهدنا في العام الماضي، كان اجتهاداتنا على قدنا، بس إن شاء الله السنة هذه حفلنا مختلف، بيكون إن شاء الله في هذا كان في هوتيل، لازم مبتكرة شوي في هوتيل. لا هالمرة كنا في فندق، المرة غيرنا أخذنا منتجع في العمارية، فبيكون فيها lot of activity. وحنبدأ من بعد العصر، فيها بيكون كل المبتكرين من تي بي تي سي أو من الجامعات بيكون لهم ركن، بيكون في شركات لهم ركن، بيكون فيه a lot of activity during الداي يعني. فأنصح الجميع حقيقة ما يفوت هالحفل، وبنطلق مبادرات كذلك مميزة في حفلنا السنوي، وبنعلن عن شركاء النادي. خلال فترة الشهرين الماضية كان في حراك كبير إلى أن نوقع شراكات تخلينا ننطلق في 26. بدون شركاء will not be able to achieve our target. الحمد لله قدرنا نوقع معاهم، نتفق معاهم، ما ودي نقول اسمائهم. فإن شاء الله في الحفل السنوي عندنا أكثر من 4 شركاء، وكل واحد جايب زخم وجايب حماس واسماء كبيرة يعني. فإن شاء الله وجودكم مهم عشان نطلق مع بعض المبادرات وننطلق فيها، ووقتها برضو حتى بنكون الفرق يعني. بيكون داي حافل الفرق المبادرات انهم ينطلقون في يومها سيت اب حقهم مع قائد المبادره، ينطلقون في تجهيز من وصولهم في الحفل السنوي. في فريق خفي قاعد يشتغل على تجهيز الحفل ويربط الليل بالنهار عشان يطلع الحفل على اكمل وجه، ونحتفل بسنه 25 من انجازات، ونخطط سويا ل 26. اخيرا ان شاء الله نرتب الزياره، اذا نرتب معاهم بس التايمينج مسرعه الطاقه، وان شاء الله نقدر يوم الاربعاء القادم نزورهم ونكون معاهم. I will leave the floor now to our guests and hopefully we don't take a lot of time from you. Thank you again.
Thank you. Let's
طيب، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله مساءكم بكل خير، وأهلا وسهلا بكم إلى الندوة. في شهر يونيو العام الماضي.
قريب من الكاميرا، أنت قريب من الكاميرا.
قريب من الكاميرا. طيب معلوم.
فاللي في الزوم يحسون يطب عليهم. أنا نقول حركة المربع، فإذا قربت مرة بيخافون منك اللي في الزوم.
يعطيكم العافية جميعا. في شهر يونيو العام الماضي سافرت إلى إيطاليا وشديت الرحال لرحلة استكشافية أبحرنا فيها بين 5 جزر، وكان قائد الرحلة هو مؤسس منهجية فورث الذي سيتحدث بعد قليل عن خلاص ترى خلاص خلصت أبو محمد. وكان ربان هذه الرحلة الاستكشافية الشخص اللي واقف أمامكم الآن. اسمحوا لي أن أقدم لكم الأستاذ خيس فان وولفن.
From oil to innovation, the rise of the Gulf region. Wow, I wrote an article about this in October. You're doing a wonderful job here. When you look at the Global Innovation Index, they measure 125 countries on how innovative they are. 78 variables. You see, you were in 2020, number 66. 5 years later, you are number 47. Bravo. Well done, Saudi Arabia. This is a huge jump. The good news is you can do better. The good news is you must do better. Vision 2030 is now 11 years old, right? 10 years old, 2016, 2017. There's still 5 years to go. Playtime is over. Innovation theater is over. Now you have to deliver innovation, right? Because that's what innovation is about, delivering results. And you can do better. And you've got great potential. When you look at the input variables, like the infrastructure, the institutions, are they in place? Is the funding in place? Saudi Arabia scores number 31. Wow. But look at the innovation effectiveness. The innovation output, Saudi scores number 61. And outputs are, for example, the number of patents, or the rise in exports, or the rise of the creative industry. Okay, it's normal. It's normal that you first do the inputs and later come the outputs. But this is a huge difference. So the context is there. You're doing good in inputs. You have to find a way to be more effective, okay? That's why I'm here. I only come here to inspire you and to give you a methodology for you to innovate Saudi effectiveness. First, why is the innovation effectiveness low? It's only one word, and I'm going to tell you a story first. Once upon a time, at Lake Yamanaka-ko, at the foot of Mount Fuji in Japan, there were 3 young frogs, teenagers, and they were bored to death. There was nothing to do in the frog village, only old frogs like me. You know, said one, you know what we'll do? We must do something great. Let's do a contest. The first frog on Mount Fuji will be a hero forever. Yeah, let's do that. So the news spread as wildfire through the village. And the next morning, at 12 o'clock, Mayor Frog said, quack, and there they went, the 3 frogs. Rubber, and then they went through the frog village. But the frogs were not cheering. They said, no, stop, no. It's dangerous to go on a mountain. Frogs should be in the water, not on the stones. And the first frog stepped out of the race. But the other 2, rubber, they went on and higher and higher. But at the end of the village, there were another bunch of frogs, and they said, stop. There is snow on Mount Fuji. Your feet will freeze. And the second frog also stopped. He had his doubts. But the third frog, rubber, he went on for hours beyond the trees, over the rocks, and then at some moment he had a view no frog had before. His heart was filled with pride. And it was really a special frog. You know why? He was deaf. Welcome, deaf frogs of Saudi Arabia. You live in the land of no, 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 no as innovator. No, we don't have time. No, it's not on the budget. No, it's no priority. No, we don't like change. Yes, we tried it before. No, 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 it won't work. No, it doesn't fit the SAP system. No, 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 no. We all get no's. Who of you get no's? Please raise your hands. We all do. We innovators live in the land of no. That's why I brought a special jacket for you. My no, no, no jacket. This is our reality every day. We all wear this jacket, right? No, 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 no. Do you know, ever wonder why a chief innovation officer is called a CNO? That's why. He's the guy or the girl who gets all the no's, right? That's why he or she's a CNO. What is the reason innovation is stopped? It's not technical feasibility. I asked on LinkedIn, 790 professionals responded in 2023. When I saw this, I wrote another book. This is my 7th book I wrote, all on the start of innovation. Yes, uncertainty. Uncertainty, I'll come back to that, because there's always uncertainty, most of the time. The major reason innovation stopped is no management buy-in. It are your own managers who stops your own projects. The enemy of innovation is inside your organization. It's not outside. It are not the customers, it's not the competitors, it's not the government, it's your own management. Technical feasibility, only 8%. The major reason, no management buy-in. Can be middle management, can be top management, can be both, right? Everybody tries to stop you. Of course, there is no business case when you start with technique, and then you forget the business case, and then, okay, how we transform an invention into, business model. Yeah, I've heard of that. What is it? Right? Then it stops. Or you are too slow, because they are with more, and you try to push your solution, and they always win, because they are stronger. No, 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 no. That's why there's this wall of innovation barriers we are fighting against. Organizational silos. Or we don't know how to innovate. Or there's no priority to innovate. Or there is the short-term focus on today and tomorrow, not on the day after tomorrow. There's no market focus. It doesn't fit the manager's goals. You don't understand management, so you don't know what they want. Not knowing how to innovate, the bureaucracy or the cultural norms, there are a lot of reasons why you all get the no's, 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 no's. Now, the major reason, said Peter Drucker, most managers are hired for your ability to do better, instead of your courage to do differently. People in your organization are hired to make the existing engine work better. That's what we do. While you as innovator are working on a new engine. Who is interested in a new engine? Why? All the KPIs are on the existing engine. Make it better, better, better. Now, understand me right. I am not an artist. Even with my long hair, when I'm in Japan, they think Mick Jagger. No, I'm not Mick Jagger. I'm a business economist, like many of you. You need to be profitable today. Because innovation is for tomorrow. You all want, for me, time and money, right? To innovate for tomorrow. So if there's no money, there's no innovation. So you need, I love operational excellence too. Because operational excellence, doing things better, Scrum, makes us profitable today. Great. Operational excellence brings the profits of today. But what brings the profits of tomorrow? Innovation excellence. And it is your role to bridge this. How can we bridge operational excellence with innovation excellence? Don't find operational excellence. Operational excellence pays your salaries. But be sure to stretch it into innovation excellence. And we have to be smart. You don't have to work harder, as it says here, you have to work smarter. In innovation, the soft things are the hard things. It's not technical feasibility. It's your empathy to pick the right moment, to win buy-in and to keep buy-in of people. Do they believe you? Do they follow you? That's what innovation is about. If they don't follow you, you lose them. And when you lose them, you will never get them back. Winning buying is essential to boost effectiveness. Innovation doesn't stop at the first no. That's the moment it starts. Yes, my first no. Yes, great. Because you will get a no. You know you will get the no. And that's the moment the game starts. It's not finished. I learned this after 10 years of terrible disillusions and frustrations. It took me 10 years. I worked in industry. Everybody tried to stop me. I fight back. What do you mean, Mr. CEO? A year ago, you asked me to innovate. We got a great team of 8 people. We did everything according to the book. We gathered customer frictions. We gathered great ideas. We made prototypes. We tested them. And now we're here for your okay. And you say, I don't know. Come on, here we are. Ready to go. I was really angry. Sometimes I even had to walk away out of the door because I was afraid I would hit them. Yes, out of angriness, I felt powerless. Did you ever felt powerless? Of course you did. Of course you did. My personal learning is you have to change your mindset. Now, you are all much smarter than I, so you can do it much quicker than I did. I learned one important lesson. Traditionalism is normal. And there's nothing wrong with traditionalism. That's normal. Okay. I'm the one who's different, not they are the one who's different. So it took me 10 years to accept this. Accept that traditionalism is normal. Don't fight it, accept it. Sure. When you accept it, you can understand it, right? Understand why it is like that. Then you can connect to the traditional people. And when you can really connect to them, you can lead them. And you must lead the traditional people to innovation. That's your role. Based on this, I made 15 ways how to win management buy-in. Very practical ways. I'm really the how guy, right? Can be how to understand your management agenda. How to cultivate innovation ambassadors. How to re-innovate across silos. How to assemble a top team. How to experiment. How to seize the sweet spot for innovation. I'll come back to this. How to align innovation to strategy, to find partners. There are 15 ways how you can improve to win management buy-in. The first one is we innovate across silos. It's not I innovate, it is we innovate. I'll come back to that later. Here you are. You can invent alone, you got a great idea. But how many people you need in your organization to go from idea through your stage gate process to the market, to launch, from idea to launch in your organization or in your client's organization? How many people you need? Please shout out loud. And how many are there? 1, 5, 10, 100, 1,000? Yes, so but I'd like to hear a figure. How many? 10. 1. Hundreds of people, right? 5. Everybody is involved in innovation. Everybody. The administration must write a new invoice. Sales must sell a new product or service. The back office might do things different, right? The service, everybody is involved in innovation. Everybody has to do something different. Now, may I ask you a personal question? So these are the ones in a bank, right? You need everybody in a bank, right? May I ask you a personal question? Majid, may I ask you a personal question? Good. Who of you have children or nephews and nieces? Please raise your hand. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Who of you like your children? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Great. Who of you loves your children? Oh, that's nice. Somebody's doubting a bit. You must have teenagers, right? Doesn't matter. I had teenagers. They will love you again once they are 20 plus. Okay? It will be all right. It will be all right. Good. Now, who of you have neighbors with children, or neighbors of neighbors with children, or children in the condominium? Good. Who of you like the children of the neighbors? Who of you love the children of the neighbors? No, but one. That's nice of you. That's nice. It's different, huh? It's different. Now, the only difference between your child and the child of the neighbors is that your child is yours and the child of the neighbors is not yours. I hope. It is the same with ideas. Say, does your partner, your wife or husband, also love your children? Please raise your hand. Yes. You know why? You made them together. There's only one moment when you make something new, you can get buy-in. At the start. At the start. Your DNA is in it. When you make it and you push it through the funnel, for them it's the child of the neighbors. They like it, but they won't love it. When there is now something wrong with your child, where they not hope, you pick up the phone and you leave, right? What would you do for the child of the neighbors? You will find a solution. That's different, huh? It's the same in business. The same in business. Of course, I will help you. Unless it gets difficult for me, then I say, no, sorry. Right? There's no buy-in. For your own children, you fight. But you can't fight alone in a big organization with 10, 50, 100, 5,000, 50,000 persons, right? You can't. You need a family to raise a child, and you need a family inside an organization to bring an innovation to market. You can invent alone, but you can only innovate together. That's why I call it we-novation instead of I-novation. It's we-novate, not I-novate. You I-novate in the United States. Jeff Bezos, it's the country of the heroes. Elon Musk. But in Europe, we are too socialist. The methodologies used in Japan, they are one society. Also here in Saudi Arabia, you innovate together. You do things together. You take care of each other. It's not about you, it's about the family. It's about us. So you should we-novate instead of I-novate. Assemble a top team. Of course, here we have the team, 10 people in the team. You see, the people are on the edges. Innovation doesn't happen here. They say here, making things better happens here. Your scrums or your lean happens here. Innovation always happens at the edges of the market. There happens innovation. Who is right here? When I was young, I thought I'm always right. Well, I was always wrong, that I was always right, if you get me. You don't know. It's your idea, so you love it, but you don't know if it's right. So this could be right or this too. So to get good innovative ideas, there's only one thing important in innovation, and that is tolerance. You need to be tolerant because we don't know. It's new for us, right? So be tolerant. Then the speed of your organization is determined by the slowest ones. You as innovators, where are you? Up front. Running, 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 right? Here we go, to the future. But you are not determining the speed. When you start running, what happens to the herd? The herd gets longer. And here are the traditionalists standing like this. When they don't move, nothing happens. So if you only innovate with an innovation team of innovators, you've got a great project. But you will go nowhere because they don't move. That's why a top team of innovators is made with traditionalists. At least 2 out of the 10 should be traditionalists. Them, here. If you make them move, the whole organization moves. Traditionalists help innovators to build the bridge between the operational excellence and innovation excellence. They help you build a bridge, and you need to bridge it. A lot of young people say, oh, the past and this and this. Honor the past. Honor your heritage. Because thanks to the past and the heritage, we hire you. And you can help us make a future. Future built on the values of the past. Only in different form, in a different shape, perhaps digital. So the traditionalists, they focus on feasibility. Can we make it? Can we do it? They're often the engineers or finance people. They ask nasty questions. You need them in your project to make your innovation better. They help you innovate with respect to the past, which is really, really important, especially in Saudi Arabia, but also in Europe, because you had a great past and we too. You cannot say, okay, Control, Alt, Delete, and only go to the future. And they are change ambassadors. When the two people, when they are running, wow, that would be great. And they say, oh, when they are moving, what happened? It must be great because they believe in it. So traditionalists help you increase your innovation effectiveness. And that's what it's all about, to make things happen. When innovating an existing traditional organization, the fast way is the slow way. You know what organizations do? They say, okay, you know what? We get a separate team, and we do a lean startup here, boom, at high speed, and then here, they just have to adopt it, and then we go this. Doesn't work. Child of the neighbors. Okay, they have the pizza sessions and the nice building, and we are paying them, right? No. It is the slow way which is the fast way. Here together, the slow way is the fast way, because there is no other effective way than the slow way. Align innovation to strategy. There is only one reason to innovate. That's our strategy. If the strategy is the same, you don't need innovation. But then the environment changes and we need to change. Okay, there's a new strategy, so we need to do different things to get there. innovation facilitators and consultants, do you really know what top managers want you to deliver? Do you really know? No, you don't. They ask you to innovate. Bring me something new. We need to innovate. You need a half word, you start running because you're into, oh yes, yes, oh. Top managers, there are some top managers here. Do you know in which direction you want to innovate? You say yes because you can't say no, but do you really know? And in your board, do the other board members accept the same innovation results as you? The CTO expects new technical innovation and patents. The chief human resource officer, the human resource officer wants an innovative mindset. The chief commercial officer wants to double the sales and profits. They all have different associations with innovation. So you get that clear first. How can you deliver when you don't know what is needed? And here starts the beginning of innovation effectiveness. That's why we make an innovation assignment at first. A North Star for the journey. That's the North Star. Follow the North Star. Why? It's simple. We've got limited time and limited money. Where do you want to go? Here? Okay, let's try it out. Or perhaps here. Okay? This is not the space. Okay, here perhaps? No. And here? I don't know. And I've spent all my time and money, and I end in the middle. If I know there's a North Star, I can do 8 paces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I sit on your lap. When you focus innovation, you focus your attention, you focus your money, you focus your priority, and you get somewhere, okay? That's why focus is important. Because we have limited time and we have limited money. We must perform. So when we go to the right direction, we are much more effective. An innovation assignment translates a strategic goal into a concrete challenge. Top managers agree on it because you first discuss it in the board. Is this our innovation assignment? And when it's a yes, then you brief the team, okay? So they know what to expect and we know what we need to deliver, right? And an innovation journey is great. I love hackathons, design thinking is wonderful, but divergence is not a problem. It's not a problem to come up with 1,000 ideas. You know what is difficult? To choose the best ideas. Because what's our reference? If we don't have a North Star, what's the best idea? That's subjective. So we need a goal, a concrete goal with criteria to select the best ones. And to be able to do that, we need a clear direction. Otherwise, we choose the wrong ideas. Here's an example. You all know National Geographic, the magazine, the travel magazine, right? You all know it, I guess, right? That's why I took the example. I'm going to read an innovation assignment. The media consumption is changing. The printed magazine market is declining structurally. We have to look for new evolutionary and revolutionary revenue sources to create continuity for the National Geographic within 2 core areas, nature and travel. The new concepts we are looking for are inspiring products or services with a digital core component. They have to be digital. We focus on consumers and advertisers in the United States and in Europe. The new concept have to be introduced between 2027 and 2030. Now, the 5 million new business cases we bring back needs to fulfill the following criteria. They have a digital core component. They must be digital. They have a margin of 10% of sales. They have revenues of 25 million euros in the last 3 years after introduction. They fall within an investment budget of 5 million at a return on investment of 10%. and they are part of a growing market. The first concept is to be introduced in 2027. For who of you is this the clear assignment? Is it clear to you? It's clear. You've written it out. For top managers, when you give direction, you can give freedom. If you don't give direction, you don't know where they go. You're continuously worried about, do they go the right direction, because you don't know. So that's why you need to give direction, because when you give direction, you can give freedom. Because as team, we need freedom, right? Now, this doesn't say what we have to bring back. It doesn't say we need to open a digital travel agency. It only gives the context within we need to innovate. And we need these restrictions to make the right choices. So start with a clear North Star. Without a North Star, how do you know how to travel the desert? You don't. It's simple answering why, what, who, where, when, and which criteria. And I did a workshop on that yesterday. Sorry for the persons who missed that. Experiments. Can you fail in your organization or not? Can you fail in your organization? One said yes, the other said, oh, no, right? Difficult to fail. Can you fail in the bank? It only costs money. Can you fail in the hospital? Might cost lives. Fail for me stands for the first attempt in learning. We need to learn. We need an environment where we can learn, because we don't know if it works. It's an opinion. When we do something for the first time, we must have an experimental environment. You want big learnings without big risks, right? This is what we want, right? I'll tell you the story about the Roadster. Experiment like Tesla did 20 years ago. This is the Roadster. It's from the time that Tesla didn't have a car. 2004, 2005, it was introduced in 6 and 7. A electric sports car without the vroom, 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 vroom. There's no vroom, vroom, vroom. And boys like vroom, 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 right? Would it be a success? They didn't know. So how to prove it? Building this car cost hundreds of millions to build a factory. So what did they do? They bought 3 Lotus Elises, which is a sport car, a Lotus. They got away of the Lotus emblem, put Tesla on it, and they got the engine out, and they just put fake batteries in it. They rented 3 showrooms in the United States, in 3 different states, and they advertised, hey, come to the showroom. Here's the new Tesla. Come, and when you like it, you can sign up to buy it. And when you paid with your credit card 5,000 euros, you would put on the list as the first customer. In 3 weeks, they had 245 people registering for the car. And they went back to the venture capitalists to say, hey, we did a test, and we sold 245 Teslas. We haven't made yet. Will you do another financing round? And they said, yes, of course. So here they did an experiment. It cost nothing, right? Well, it costs a little bit, but it's easy to prove. So experiment, 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 right? Fake it before you make it. And have market learnings and not big risks. This is the last one. It is apply proven methodologies. Most managers only innovate when doing nothing is a bigger risk. We keep on improving the existing engine all the time. My KPIs are here, my bonus is here. Only when it really tends to stop, I think, I don't know, I don't trust it anymore. Perhaps we should start working on a new engine. You only start running the last animals when they see the lions coming. Then you start running. Until then you think, oh, who cares, right? How much risk has your organization starting innovation? We start innovation now. Okay, good. We have an idea now. How much risk do we have? %100%. I don't have a clue if I'm right. Now I'm through your stage gate process, you know, ideating and testing and prototyping and pre-production, and now I'm at the launch. Okay, this is the board meeting. Do we launch it or not? How much risk do we want before we say yes? 0, right? We want 0% here. We want to be sure before we launch that's a success. So what are we doing in the innovation process? What is your daily job as innovators? It's not innovation. You know what it is? You reduce risks. This is your job. You are risk reducers. That's why you go out to customers to see if we solve the right problem. That's why you test concepts. That's why you do little pilot projects, right? To reduce risk. Yes, they want it. Yes, they are willing to pay for it. Yes, we can make it. Yes, internally we can process it, right? You are risk reducers. That's what your job is. But what do we have as instruments? Sometimes the team is given to you, right? You don't even influence the team. Sometimes the platform is given to you and you say, hey, you have to innovate. The only thing you can influence your process, the methodology you choose. How do I lead this team? That's the only choice you have. On the vast ocean of innovation, your path is your power. The method you learn, which you trust, where you're good at, that's what you can influence as innovator. So be sure to choose the right methodology. I made a methodology more than 20 years ago, before YouTube. YouTube existed in 2004. Stanford had not reinvented design thinking yet. There was no business model innovation yet. But I wanted those old elephants to dance again. And then I combined business thinking with creativity, I called it. And now I call it design thinking, but I call it creativity. We go from business thinking to creativity and back to business thinking. So it's a methodology, it's called FORTH. It is an acronym, means the first letter of the 5 islands. F of full steam ahead, O of observe and learn, R of raise ideas, test ideas, homecoming. It is a structured expedition, not a journey, an expedition. Because it has an innovation assignment we make here. Here we make the North Star, and then we go on an expedition to find the North Star and to follow it. It's really structured, 15 workshops in 15 weeks. I'm from the Netherlands, so I'm a semi-German, meaning tak, 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 tak. Real discipline. And I will tell you this. Originally, I'm from the North and I travel all the world. This methodology is there now in 13 languages. So I traveled 20 years the world and doing these sessions all over in all cultures. The colder it gets in the world, the more discipline you have. Of course, when I live in Finland and I don't chop wood in the summer, I will freeze in the winter because I have no fire, right? So I need the discipline of a Finnish. The warmer it gets around the world, the more passion and creativity there is. I'm sorry for the Finns in the room here. And in innovation, you need both. You need passion, creativity, but discipline. Now I live in Crete. Crete is an island between Africa and Europe, where the Minoans landed. That's where I live. On Crete, they look out of the window to see what kind of weather is it. And then they decide what to do, right? It's warm. There's no discipline. Today also could be tomorrow. Not in innovation. And the good news for you, for this methodology, this is a structured methodology. If we start February 3, I promise you on June 15, we have 5 business cases. And we have the meeting with the board. And we have 15 workshops, all planned. Tuck, 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 tuck. It's in all your agendas and also in the agenda of the board. Because this is we innovation, meaning we innovate with an innovation team of 10 persons. And the bosses join the journey in the extended team. The innovation team spends 20 days in 15 weeks. But the bosses are also there, 5 days, 15 weeks, to inspire us, to support us, to show us their wisdom, but also to make the decisions on which way should we go, which concepts should we pursue and which should we drop, right? And this is, at the end, 15 persons have renovated 5 business cases. So it structures the fourth end of expedition. Normally, you have a stage gate process. Who recognized this, a stage gate process? Right? It's from Edgett and Cooper from the 80s. They tried to structure innovation, otherwise, to manage it. So you got stages and gates. Now, with Forth, I structured the front end. As you see, it's one journey. And then you decide, do we develop or not? Right? And here you had discovery stage or your hackathon, and then you scope ideas, and then you do a second screen, and then you do the business case. So that's why Forth is quicker, and it's structured, and it's one team who does it. It's there in 13 languages all over the world. The country where it's used most is Japan. In Japan, I've trained now 90 facilitators, and the Japanese love it. You know why? Japanese hate risks. They can't deal with risks, right? They are the Germans of Asia. There's no creativity in Japanese. Wonderful technicians, right? Wonderful improvers. But, it's Kaizen country, making things better. And with different, they freeze, right? And they love this methodology because they do like this in Japan. Okay, step, 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 another step, 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 step. Look, I jumped. And they think that they jumped, but they did 15 small steps. This is how they experience, with every respect, because I come there every year to train new Forthers. But they just follow a route, follow a process that they trust the process, and that's why it needs to be structured. And now, so it's used for product innovation. My first book was called Nieuwe Producten bedenken, creating new products, because I was a product guy from the food industry. And then only service companies start using it. Why? They don't have an R&D department. A bank doesn't have engineers for R&D. That is, how do we innovate as bank or as insurance company or as newspaper or as... So my second book, 3 years later, was called Creating New Products and Services. And then Osterwalder came up with the business model innovation in 2010, 2012. So they use it for business model innovation. And it's also used health innovation, governmental innovation, social innovation. So it's really used for all kinds. And the process is always at the start the same. The moment you have the business case, okay, the industry goes to R&D and the bank goes to service design, right? So it differs as of that moment. But before that, the start of innovation is the same in every sector. And now, in the 14th language, especially for Saudi Arabia, to boost your innovation effectiveness, there's the map in Arabic. And I asked Bassam, can you introduce it in Arabic, please? I will give you my mic here. Oh, you have another mic. Okay, good.
طيب، السلام عليكم مجددا. نشرح لكم المنهجية التي أسسها قيس. وإذا تذكرون في بداية مقدمة لقيس أخبرتكم عن رحلة استكشافية أبحرنا فيها، أحسنتي، أبحرنا فيها على 5 جزر، وهذه هي على 5 جزر، وهذه هي المنهجية. مثل ما ذكر قيس، المنهجية هذه عبارة عن 20 ورشة خلال 15 أسبوع، والنتيجة النهائية لهذه المنهجية هي 3 إلى 5 حالات عمل ابتكارية ثورية أو تطويرية. بس كيف تبدأ؟ تبدأ بأول جزيرة اللي هي الاستعداد وشد الرحال. في هذه الجزيرة يكون هناك فريق عمل اللي بيشتغل على المهمة الابتكارية، ولكن أهم فريق بيكون موجود في الاستعداد وشد الرحال هم مخططون، متخذو القرار. طبعا بالاعتماد على حسب نوع المهمة الابتكارية أو المشروع، ممكن يكون متخذ القرار على مستوى القسم، أو ممكن يكون متخذ القرار على مستوى المنظمة، ممكن يكون رئيس المالية، رئيس الاستراتيجية، رئيس التنفيذي وإلى آخره. فيتم جمع هذول الأشخاص، تمام، وحرفيا الاستعداد وشد الرحال المخرج تبعه هو المهمة الابتكارية. شفتوا المثال اللي أعطاه خيس تبع ناشونال جيوغرافيك؟ نطلع به مهمة ابتكارية، توجه استراتيجي. اللي يصير عادة في المهام أو في المشاريع اللي تشتغلوا عليها في الابتكار، إنه يكون هناك فريق يعمل على مهمة ابتكارية، تمام، ممتاز، نطبق منهجيات سواء تفكير تصميمي، لين ستارت اب، سكرام إلى آخره. بعدين إيش يصير بعد 5 أو 6 أسابيع أو وقت المشروع؟ لازم نعرض المشروع، صح؟ على مين؟ على لجنة ولا هيئة ولا متخذين قرار. وعادة ايش يصير لما توروا المشروع لتخذين القرار؟ عادة اي بندرسها، صح؟ لا، شكله هذه الفكرة ما المشروع هذا ما حيمشي. طب ليش ما حتخبرني؟ الآن باستخدام منهجية فورث من البداية أصحاب القرار involved، أحسنتي، من البداية، ويتم تحديد التوجه بالمهمة الابتكارية اللي شرحها خيس طبعا مثال ناشونال جيوغرافيك. بعد هذه الجزيرة خلاص نبدأ بمرحلة الملاحظة أو التعلم. الملاحظة والتعلم اللي هي في الديزاين ثينكينج إذا تعرفوها الامباثي أو التقمص العاطفي مثل ما يسموها بالعربي، تمام. هنا ندرس كيف العملاء اللي تم تحديدهم في المهمة الابتكارية، إيش المشاكل والتحديات اللي يواجهوها، ما هي المكاسب التي يطمحون إلى تحقيقها. ندرس حرفيا السوق، نشوف كيف العملاء يتعاملوا مع التحدي أو مع المشكلة. بعد الملاحظة والتعلم ننتقل إلى جزيرة توليد الأفكار، وهنا حرفيا نولد لا يقل عن 1000 فكرة لحل هذه المشكلات والتحديات. 1000 فكرة. وكما تعلمون كلما زاد وعاء الأفكار كلما زادت احتمالية وجود فكرة ثورية أو تطويرية، تمام. من هذه ال1000 فكرة نطلع تقريبا ب 12 مفهوم، 12 كونسبت. ناخذ هذه الكونسبتس وننتقل ونختبرها في جزيرة اختبار الأفكار، مثل المثال تبع تسلا. أوكي، نقوم باختبار هذه الأفكار مع العملاء ونشوف هل فعلا قاعدة هذه الأفكار حسب التوجه اللي حددناه تحلنا المشاكل أو لا. وأخيرا من هذه الاختبارات نخرج ب3 إلى 5 حالات عمل يتم عرضها على متخذي وأصحاب القرار. أوكي، هذه الرحلة كاملة، رحلة استكشافية مدتها 15 أسبوع، 20 ورشة عمل، ويتم استدعاء أصحاب القرار فقط في 5 ورش. لازم يكونوا موجودين من البداية إلى النهاية. فهذه منهجية فورث باللغة العربية. أتمنى إن شاء الله يوم من الأيام يعني تركبوا أمواج هذه الرحلة الاستكشافية الجميلة وتطلعوا بحالات عمل ابتكارية لدى منظمتكم. يعطيكم العافية، ونرجع لك فايز.
Thank you, Bassam.
Of course.
Press the right button. Thank you, Bassam. So, why does it work? reducing risk. That's what we need. The island, full steam ahead, making the innovation assignment to give strategic trust. We picked our North Star together and the team understands it. The island, observe and learn, we gain customer trust. Because everybody talks to customers and we understand their problems and we pick the best customer frictions, as I call them. But if you like jobs to be done, you can do the jobs to be done tool also here, right? No problem at all. Then on creative trust, we get more than 1,000 ideas. And we have a very smooth conversion process into 50 idea directions. We pick the top 15, we make 15 mind maps, and then we will end with 15 worked out concepts. We have the creative trust that there's enough value in there. Okay? Then on the island test ideas, we get market trust because we will test 15 concepts in the market at customers. Afterwards, of course, we pivot again, we improve them, and we pick the top 5. And with the top 5, we make business cases which gives us internal trust. And this is how we get management buy-in and we keep management buy-in. And because the decision makers are on the journey, they understand it. They understand the insights, they understand the choices, and that's why they will choose from the 5, they will choose 3 or 4 to work out and to develop. Now, does it work? Yes, it works. A professor has investigated 10 forts in Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. He checked first, what is your normal success rate in ideas? It appears that out of the screened ideas, where you enter 100, 37.5 came out of the funnel. Okay? The rest died. With Fورث, 77 came out of the funnel. Why is that? Of course, we have a business model, we have a relevant customer friction, we have a business case, but the most important thing is this. It was renovation. We had the power of 15 people making it happen instead of 1 or 2 or 3 fighting their way through the stage gate process. That's why it doubles innovation effectiveness. Now, if you want to do this, I will be back here. I rented a room in a hotel, or a workspace, I must say, in a hotel in Al-Asha. You know Al-Asha? Al-Assa, I'm sorry, Al-Assa. You know Al-Assa, right? I rented there in Al-Assa a workshop space, and I will train 10 people from the Gulf. 12. Well, when there are 12, I will train 12, but no more than 12, because I learn you how to facilitate, not only the methodology, but I learn you the soft skills as facilitator, because those are essential. Because if in a workshop you lose only the CFO, your project is dead, right? So I will do that March 29, April 2. I hope to be back, and I love to train you. And you can use the methodology for free anywhere you like, okay? So, how to double your innovation effectiveness? Impactful innovators turn no's into yeses, right? That's what we do, that's our job. And how do you do that? You do that on the vast ocean of innovation. Your path is your power. And when I look at all the talents here in this room, and when I look at the urgency in Saudi Arabia now, it's now time to deliver. Playtime is over. We must deliver innovation results the coming 5 years to realize the vision. And when I see lots of talents, I see a lot of passion, otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? And I have great trust. That's why I did not bring only a no jacket. That's why I made a jacket in royal Saudi green with yes. Because I believe and I trust and I want to help you to innovate Saudi. And yes, we can do that, and we can turn no's into yeses. So I love to help you, and yes, I wish you lots of success realizing your vision 2030, and I will be there to help. Thank you so much for your attention.
Great. session. What is the mic? Small one, the other one. Mic. We'll start now the questions. Please ask. Otherwise, I will ask. I have a lot of questions. It's time to ask. So, who has the first questions? All right.
Is it all right if the old man may sit?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So in Arabic, huh? So my first question about maybe for me, I think the first step when I talk about innovation is to understand the problem in all the aspect of the problem. What is the causes? What is the need? So maybe in your methodology, you talk about this. I need to know in which land this let's say factor, I would say, locate in your methodology. In first land,
yes.
second.
So first you must work on the right problem, right?
Yeah.
So first we have the innovation assignment, right? And the assignment is the goal. So
Yes.
it's not a problem, it's not problem solving, it's a strategic goal.
Yes.
And this is the difference. Fourth is used for the real strategic challenge. If you have a problem, do Scrum or do a design sprint. Just 5 days, you will find a solution for a design sprint. Doesn't cost so much. You can solve a lot of practical problems. So this is not tactical innovation. This is strategic innovation, okay? And there you have this goal. We need to find something, a new concept most of the time. Of course, there is a problem. And I will tell you this. On the island Observe and Learn, we're first going to find customer frictions or customer problems. Because every innovation is a new solution for a relevant problem. Because why? When you launch an innovation, somebody has to change his behavior, right? Why? Why should I change my behavior?
Yeah, because
In
sometimes
business-
the question,
In business to business or in business to consumer, it's the same. Business to business is even more complex because you got the big decision-making unit, you know, doing all. So yes, the problem here in Fourth is that we in Observe and Learn, we find customer problems. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's what we do. I call it customer frictions. You can call it jobs to be done. That's now hot, job to be done. It's fine. It works also perfectly, right? So you have to find the right problems.
Yeah.
So in Observe and Learn, we find from 1 or 2 or 3 target groups, we will find more than 100 frictions. And then we use the North Star, the innovation assignment, to say, okay, out of these 100, which are important for our innovation assignment? And then we select the best 15. And the best 15, we will ideate on and raise ideas. Right? So in that way, we use customer problems as source of inspiration as base for new concepts. Okay. But Fourth normally not starts with a company problem.
No,
it starts with a real strategic challenge. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any question? Anyone has questions in his mind? Okay, good.
First of all, thank you for this informative session. Wondering about the Fourth methodology, from your experience, will it be successful when it's taken from the stakeholders and decision makers? Because as you explained that you need them throughout the journey.
Yeah.
But if I am on a lower level with my team, I want to follow the Fourth methodology. Will that be successful, or I need to convince them, or it should be led by higher level in the institution to be successful?
That's a good question. It depends on what problem you want to solve. If it's really a strategic issue, sometimes you see the strategic issue and the top is not busy with it. Then you need buy-in of the top. You need to get buy-in of the top. If it's something which is under your control, you can do a Fourth project. But then it must be, but a Fourth project is the royal way to innovation. So it will require a lot of manpower, right? But suppose if you are a business unit president, and within your business unit, you can do what you like, you can do the Fourth without the rest. But when it is, or head of a department, then it's a really huge problem. But most of the time, these strategic challenges are company-wide. And then as innovator, it only works when the company moves, right? Now, I like to elaborate a bit on the right moment to innovate. May I, Majed? In the American literature, there are always the books say, innovate always, innovate always, innovate always. That's, you can't innovate always. You need to explore and exploit, explore and exploit. You need to earn money too. You cannot innovate always. Yes, Google can, and X can, and Meta can, but not normal firms. They fund everything by growth of their stock value. Yeah, it's not even real money what they play with. Right? In a normal organization, you need to earn your money. So you explore and exploit. So for a strategic innovation journey, you must have the patience of a hunter. What does it mean? Somebody explained me that a hunter, major skill is not being able to shoot, it is patience. Patience. Before, to be sure that the animal is there, you can shoot it with one shot. Also, you as innovator, you only have one chance. When you suggest a project on the wrong time and they say no, project's dead. You can't come back after 3 months. Hey, hello, here I am again. Same proposal, no. And what I see is this, and I recognize it. You see, this old man is still full of passion. Can you imagine I was when I was 30? I was going all through the room from passion. I had a passionate idea at the wrong moment. You don't plant a seed in winter. It's too cold. You don't plant a seed in summer. It's too hot. You plant a seed in spring or in the fall. Now, when you have the innovation, the bell curve, you know the bell curve? Here the organization grows, grows, grows. And here, oh, it's spring. It goes like a rocket. And then, the market growth goes down. Ooh, and then always the margins go down too, right? Double hit. The only thing we can do, cost cutting, cost cutting, cost cutting. Tension in the whole organization. Do I keep my job or not? You can't innovate then, right? Too much tension. And then here, after you lose 20% of your colleagues, it's the fall, and you think, can we do the same thing with less people? That gives no perspective. We need to innovate. So in spring, you innovate out of ambition. Those are the innovators. Here in the fall, they are the innovators, right? They wait until doing nothing is a bigger risk. Now, the interesting moment is spring. When is it spring? How long does it take your organization to go from idea to market? And there are huge differences. How many years does it take? 1, 2, 3, 5? So tell me. 3. Somebody else? 2. 1. Good. Human services. In chemicals, or if Aramco would be here, it would be 5 years, right? Or more. Pharmaceuticals, 15 years, right? IT, 1 year, right? Doesn't matter. What is the break-even point? So after launch, how quick you earn your money back? Mostly it's around the same time. Because when you invest for 5 years, you need 5 years to earn it back. Let's say 3 years, okay? 3 years to go to market, and then 3 years to earn it back. Meaning that 6 years before you want to create a new curve, 6 years here. Everybody is busy. The engine is overturning, right? And the engine works fine, but it's really getting hot. And here you want to innovate. The good news, there's money. The bad news, there's no urgency. The engine's doing fine. So people who innovate here are people where there are strong leaders, visionary leaders who say, yes, I know, but still we need to innovate now because I want to get another S-curve in 6 years, right? So here you innovate out of ambition, out of vision, right? No urgency, that's why you need a strong leader, but there's money and there's time, so you can do revolutionary things, right? Here, oh my God, the engine broke down. We need a new engine. Hey, the good news, there is urgency. Everybody see the engine broke down, but there's no money and there's no time. So here you go for the quick wins, the evolutionary things, right? And there's no time to do the revolutionary. It's your choice. So you should focus on this. What do you do in the meantime here? Make them nervous. Make them nervous. That doing nothing is a bigger risk. Oh, have you seen the engine? It's not good. Hey, have you seen the engine in Japan? They made a new engine in Japan. It's twice as fast. Hey, have you seen the new engine in Russia? It's twice as cheap. Oh. And then suddenly they get nervous and then they say, oh, my jet, we must innovate. Ah, said my jet. And my jet picks from his pocket, the plan was already 3 years there. He kept it for 3 years because if he would introduce it earlier, it would have been dead because they wouldn't listen, right? So you must pick your battles as innovators. Keep the good seeds to you. Don't tell anybody. Keep it. Keep it until it's needed, until the ground is fertile. And what do you do in the meantime? You work the ground. You make the ground moist and you make the ground fertile. That's your job. And when it's the right moment, then you plant the seed and you get with the team and you go off. Yeah? Great. Another question, perhaps.
عند سؤال؟ Yes.
First, thank you so much for the formative session. I want to ask about the first step, which is getting the North Star
Yes.
from the decision makers.
Yes.
And I think it's the hardest part because it will put such pressure on them to assign such a strategic goal. So, in your experience, like, what is best practices like in getting?
That's a great question.
Such, yeah.
And I will tell you two practices, one from Europe and one from Japan. And I think the one from Japan works here perfectly. In Europe, we would get a session, we would get the board in, and we would have the 6 questions on the wall. Question, why, what, when, where. You said, okay, why do we want to innovate? Everybody pick a post-it, tuck. We would discuss, and we would draw a conclusion, okay? This is the way we do that in Europe. Now in Japan, you, as board members, you never talk to each other. And you cannot disagree with each other. You have to talk with one voice. So how do you do that? This is Japan. How do you do that? In Japan, the fourth facilitator, so of course they experimented a lot with the methodology and they make little tweaks. That's why you are here much better facilitators in Saudi than I. Because the way you facilitate depends on the culture, not on the method. The method is the same in every country, but the way you facilitate it is different in Japan, as in Saudi, as in Brazil, as in Germany. In Japan, they interview the first board member solo. And then they interview the second board member solo. Hi, katko gozaimasu. And then they go to the next one. And then they do the next board member. And the next board member, and the next board member. And then the facilitator writes down kind of a conclusion. And with the conclusion, hello, here I am again. What do you think of it? Oh, we tweak it this, and oh, this. Second round. And when they feel, okay, now it's good, then they put it on the agenda of the board. And then everybody says, what a wonderful innovation assignment we made. And they say yes. Okay. This is how it's done in Japan. So when it's, look, I am now the age or even older than most board members in Saudi. We don't know either. We don't know. Don't ask us directly because you will confront us too much, okay? So you must help us. You must say, we need your guidance and your wisdom. And you can make also a concept statement. And you ask, Gijs, what do you think of it? Give us your wisdom. And I say, well, you know, perhaps you should go a bit more this or this or this or this. And when you do that with 2 or 3 members, and then you present it, that might be a very good way. But do it in a way which fits your culture, okay? That's very important, yeah? That's why this is a great question.
Thank you so much. So the lobbying. So people say sometimes lobbying is important. Is this type of kind of lobbying with the Japan style?
Well, it's not lobbying, it's trying to find consensus in silence.
I see.
Because in Japan, you cannot really lobby, right? No, that's not done there.
I see.
So it's in silence. So we don't say where the differences are. And because lobbying is, I know the solution and I want you to buy my solution.
Yeah.
And in Japan, they just ask. Ask, what do you want? Or what do you want? What do you want? And then they make something and they say, is this what you want? Say, well, yes, almost, but I would add this.
Great.
So, yeah.
Who has another questions? Okay. I have a question in my mind, but I will make it fast.
My question actually about the methodology.
Yes.
The time frame for each stage or each island.
Yes.
How much it take?
Well, that's
from your experience.
That's a great question. I've experimented with that a lot, of course. Some people just buy the book and say, oh, Gijs, normally it is 15 weeks. 15 workshops, 15 weeks. Some people say, oh, I can do it much quicker. Sure, you can. And I've done it also quicker. It was a complete fiasco. Complete fiasco. I did it in 4 weeks. It was terrible. So, and it depends on culture. Normally, 15 workshops in 15 weeks as of the kickoff. As of the kickoff. Because the preparation is the most difficult part. Getting the North Star, right? And then get the team. Hey, good people are always busy. Don't settle for people, for second-class people. I only want the best people. So sometimes you have to wait 3 or 4 months to get the best people. I said, wait 3 or 4 months. Come on, you haven't innovated for 15 years? You can wait 3 months. Huh? Get the right people in. And then you have the kickoff. Now, as of the kickoff, observe and learn is 6 weeks. Why? Why? At which moments of the day you get your best ideas? At which moments of the day, and what are you doing? Please shout out loud. Early morning. At night. Walking.
After shower.
Under the shower. What do you, drinking coffee. What do you do at work? Working. Meetings. You get your best ideas when you're not busy with it. At moment, because your conscious works at 100 kb and this works at 10,000 kb. This blocks this. Now, do you think a lot when you shower? Oh, what's coming there from the ceiling? It feels so awkward. And no, you don't think. You step under the shower and you shower and you log off and then bling, 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 they all come. At night, you said when I sleep at night, right? Was it you? At night. Late night, yes. You sleep and then you relax. And then cling, cling, cling. When you walk, I have the same when I walk. I walk 10 kilometers per day. Yes. I start with a problem and I come home, I forgot the problem. Walking is free therapy, right? Free therapy. So why 6 weeks? Why 6 weeks? Everybody from the team adopts an innovation opportunity at the kickoff. And we're going to explore. And you're going to explore, you have talks with this and with this and with this, and then you sit in the train and suddenly bling, bling, and you write it down in your observe and learn book. Cling, cling, all the insights, all the ideas. So when we come at raise ideas, everybody has an idea book filled. That's why we get in Ford's 1,500 ideas. Because the ideation workshop is not to generate ideas, but to write down ideas you already have during observe and learn. So this is 6 weeks. You know, the design thinking, raise ideas, simple. We got a perfect 2-day format for it, and there's a week later we pivot again. So that's really short. Then you have to test ideas. You go to customers. You can connect, do it online or not. Online is very good to test, right? Especially when you got a worldwide organization, a worldwide company, or also in Saudi. You know, you can get people in Dammam, in Mecca, in Medina, without seeing them, right? You do it online, you do the testing online. And then also a business case. A business case needs time. You know, when I make a first business case, I think, brilliant. And then I sleep, and in the morning I wake up, I think, right? So you need time to pivot, right? Because an idea in Ford's changes color 10 times. It starts as an idea, and then it's an idea direction, and then we make a mind map, and then we make a concept, and then we have an improved concept, and then we go to the market, we get feedback, we get an improved concept based on customer feedback. Then we're going to make the business case, and it changes colors also 2 or 3 times in those. So, and this is why you have already 10 pivots before you do the development. So it is preparation. In Germany, it's 6 months, right? In Arabia, in Saudi Arabia, it will be 3 days, right? Because when you know it, you want it now, right? Yes. When I have the innovation time, okay, we start tomorrow. This is the Saudi Arabia way I already learned, right? So it's wonderful. You're really active, right? And then you want it now. And then it's 6 weeks observe and learn. It's 2 weeks raise ideas. It's 3 to 4 weeks test ideas. It is 4 to 5 week business cases, and in total 15 weeks. So you can do 16 weeks or 17, but when you do it longer, it takes too long. The energy gets out. And when you do it shorter, you cannot do observe and learn, and there is no incubation. So you stay too close to home.
I have a question about the methodology itself. You started in 2000, right?
Yes.
After a long experience of
Yes.
consultations, right?
Yes.
And you start implementing it, right?
Yes.
With a lot of countries. And during this experience, you have some rates that when you apply this methodology, there is success rate to implement it, right? The result out of implementing
Yes.
this methodology. What is the most successful case you remember when you apply it?
That depends on how you define success.
All right.
Okay. I will do one from business and one from social innovation, okay?
Okay.
The one I'm the most proud of won the United Nations Prize for Innovation Excellence. I trained Andrew Bugori. He's from Kenya, but it was in Uganda that he managed 2 refugee camps. And one refugee camp, unfortunately, refugee camps are like little cities, right? There were 50,000 people. And they were kind of living there permanently. And the UN was running it. But unfortunately, girls and women were harassed by men, fortunately. And when did it happen? The women were responsible for the cooking. And for cooking, you need fire. And for fire, you need wood. So they need wood. And for wood, you need to go outside. And the girls went outside. And the girls got harassed by the men in the wood. They wanted to make it a safer place for men and women. So they did a Ford project. And in Observe and Learn, they found out that in the neighborhood, there was a banana plantage. And the banana plantage had banana peelings. And they had the idea, you know what? If we have the banana peelings, if we press them, we can make banana peelings briquettes. And when we cook on banana peelings briquettes, the girls don't have to go to the wood. And the banana peelings briquettes burned 3 times longer than wood. So what did they do? They started a banana peeling little factory. The women got each a quarter of so they got their own business because they got the franchise for this little quarter. So the women got a little business model. Women bought it at the women who bought it at the banana peelings. And the young girls didn't have to go to the woods to get wood. Problem solved, almost solved. It won the Innovation Excellence Award of the United Nations. I love it. The other one was a concrete company in the Netherlands.
But for the first case,
Yes.
they meet with you, you sit with them.
No. Andrew Mbagori did it.
Himself.
Yes.
So applying this methodology.
Yes, because
All right.
what I like to do is, hey, my mission is here to make you better innovators. I like to train you. I don't want to do it. You should do it. You know it better than I because you understand the culture. So I want to train you in the methodology. I want you to do it. I want you to stand on my shoulders. And now 500 innovators stand on my shoulders. And I want you to make bigger than me.
Right.
That's what I like to do.
The first one.
Yeah. First one I did myself. And it was in the financial crisis in the Netherlands. No house was built anymore. It's just stopped building new houses in 2010, 11, 12. There was this concrete company selling concrete, beton. You know concrete, right?
Yes.
Bulk product. It's the same everywhere. So there was this family company and, they first reorganization and they sold concrete under the cost price just to keep the factory going. They had to close factories. And then it was, what future is there for us? It was a red ocean. And it was a family company who said, okay, let's do this fourth methodology because somebody knew it. So I did a fourth project, find new revenue sources for our company. Could be anything, but we need to survive. And we got an innovation team, but there wasn't even an innovation manager. It was just an operational excellence cement company, a beton company with 15 little beton factories because you need to make beton close to where it is built because otherwise it hardens out, right? It's simple as that with beton. And we did a fourth project. The family was also in there. The shareholders was also in the extended team. And we ideated the process and, the need was high. And then we came back with 5 business cases. The third business case, they doubled their market share. Wow, what was that? They also had tile glues, to glue tiles. Tile glue is also very cheap, but in concrete, the problem was that when you have big, I was today in Kaft. Suppose that you need to tile Kaft, the floors. Big project, right? And then, you need to make tile. You make glue. You have this bag, you open the bag, you put in water, you stir, you're on your knees, right? And then you put like this, and you put a towel, right? Come on. It's dirty, it's expensive, right? And then they said, you know what? This was the customer problem. You know what? How can we make it easy? Come on. We deliver concrete in these silos, ready-made concrete. And you can just pour it. Why can't we pour tile glue? So for one division, we applied it on another. And they are delivering now tile glue, ready-made. So you go outside, you tile glue, and then they put it in a machine, and the machine, and the tiling, choop, 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 choop. There is no dirty work anymore. They can save one person who was making the tile glue, and they doubled their market share in 2 years. Wow. They survived with this. And then the 5th business case was a dream. It was 2013. What if we could 3D print concrete? Wow. Then we could make all kinds of beautiful shapes. And yeah. Well, so first they needed to survive. And then as 5th business case, there was 3D concrete printing. And they developed it as a startup. They presented it, and everybody said, wow, wow. And then they built the first 3D concrete printing factory in the Netherlands. The firm is Brel. There are movies on YouTube of this. It changed their image completely because now they got software engineers to program the factory. Wow. Well, the concrete factory was you know, non-tech, but now they became a tech firm. And all kinds of people were interested. Architects were interested. And it changed the whole profile of their firm. So this is also where I'm proud of, that the family company survived, and they even made, you know, the first 3D printing factory of the world.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions anymore? All right. One very, very important thing, this methodology will be trained on in HASA, right?
Yes.
The training. And once you be certified on this methodology, you can train on it. You can apply it with anywhere. You can train anyone. So it's very good opportunity for someone who would like to learn more about this methodology to be in الحسا في March, end of March الحسا. And we will have 2 seats for SIC team within this group. So we'll open for registration, and then we will decide who will be trained on this methodology with you, inshallah, in الحسا. Thank you very much for a lovely session. Do you have any questions anymore, I think, or shall we conclude? Last one.
I just wanted to ask about, from your experience, you know, there is always a discussion between internal innovators and external innovators for a lot of organizations. Yes. Is there a balance that you would recommend, or
yes.
Is there
no external innovators?
Okay.
No. You know, external, it's a pity. You want to make your organization innovative. Now, what you can have is an external facilitator, but not an innovator. And that's a big difference, right? Because if you are an external innovator, you come internal, you are a competitor. And once you are a facilitator like you facilitate, right? So you help internal facilitators reach their goals. That's something completely different. So my suggestion is that you have your innovators in-house. If you want to have an innovative organization, get an innovative mindset, keep the people in-house. Of course, you can have trainers to train you in the mindset and facilitators, but the content should be on the inside. And you learn from them, and as soon as you learn from them, you keep the knowledge inside. And the external ones, like me, I'm also an external one. I go to the next castle and the next castle and the next castle. So I have a very strong opinion on that. I was a consultant before, and when I left, I took all the knowledge. Why? Get the knowledge yourself, because it's essential to survive, and I think essential for Saudi. So get the innovators inside and hire external facilitators like you, Tessia. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now we have to test your focus with Qais. Qad ready. So let's see now. Have a seat.
Sure.
Let's see now who is focusing with. I would like to share. You share the screen, right? You have to. Just a minute. Let's see, Qais, who's focusing with you, and who is not.
Oh, have you made a poll or a contest?
Yeah, every session, we have to. Let's see if it's working first. Yeah. Take time, right? This is the cable or another cable? This is the cable. Yeah, should work now. All right, so let me Ready? So usually in all our events, we have, in the end, a couple of questions, and who's the winner of this question's faster answer, he get the prizes.
Good.
So let's see who is focusing with Qais. Okay. If you're ready, we can start. شغلنا الموسيقى يا جاهزين؟ ايه اعكس الكاميرا اعكس الكاميرا. You have to move your seat here.
Sure.
Just the camera. That's it. Yeah. Let's see. طب Khalid, usually he put the questions. I don't know what questions he put.
Okay.
I don't know what is his correct response. Sometimes he is يعني like first questions is
Quiz.
it's in Arabic. So what is the innovation coffee today? How much innovation coffee we did until now? How many innovation cafe? We have finished more than 28
Nice.
meetings and innovation cafe. Okay, we have a couple of answers correct, wrong. Let's see who's the winner now. The first questions. We have 3 questions. MK, who's MK? MashaAllah, جاهزة. Let's see the second questions. What does fail mean with Qais? First action leadership, first attempt in leading, and first approach and learning, failure as incompetent learning. Let's see who's answered correctly. Okay.
Oh.
Good. Now we'll see who's now the winner. MK, mashallah.
And Taizir.
Let's see who's the third questions. When do you design this Fورث? In 2000, right?
Yep.
And the winner, the Sam. This is the third. Second, Ranim. Who's Ranim? And the first one is MK.
Hey, congratulations.
Please coordinate مع خالد عشان تاخذون your vouchers على الرسالة بعد الاجتماع. Let me share. In the end of the session.
So MK won. Then I have a present.
Oh, great.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I'm about to say that I have received one of the interesting book I would like to read.
Good.
Thank you very much for this gift.
My pleasure.
And we need to know how to, when it will be translated to Arabic.
It would be great if you know a publisher. It would be great to translate in Arabic.
Let's see what we can do together on this. And finally, we have a gift for you from Saudi Innovation Club. We try to come up with new things.
Thank you.
And we make it as a box. And who can shoot a picture? This is a box from Saudi Innovation Club.
Great. I'm very curious what's in it.
Yeah, it's closed, by the way.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And usually we said shukran for all what you did. You travel away. By the way, since 3 months now we communicate or contact, right? From the day when he heard about SIC, he would like to really come and meet with you all. So now it's live, right?
So yeah, that's
Thank you
it.
very much.
Majed.
Thank you very much.
Yes, my pleasure. My pleasure. And lots of success.
دائما نقول انه اعمالنا دائما نحب دائما نطورها بتقييم الفعاليات فارجو this is how we our work end of the session we take their feedback
Good.
about it and there's some questions about you so we'll send you the feedback.
Thank you so much.
So شكرا لحضوركم شكرا لتواجدكم زي ما قلنا يوم 14 فبراير صحيح نوافق يوم مدى الحب هذا بس عاد شو نسوي؟ كان اخر سبت يعني قبل رمضان كان لابد نسوي لقائنا فان شاء الله نبتكر بحب في يوم 14 فبراير وان شاء الله نراكم على خير لازم تكونوا موجودين معنا كلنا عشان بالفعل نحتفل سويا ونطلق مبادراتنا ونعلن شركائنا فوجودكم مهم عشان ان شاء الله نبدع اكثر الفتره الجايه شكرا لكم ما قصرتوا حياكم الله. التقييم مهم عشان نطول عشان. Thank you, Qais. It was great.
My pleasure.
It was really great and
Good.
very good. What do you call it? Clothes with the S's.
Of course, of course, of course.
تبي نصورك
Yes.
معه ولا ما يحتاج؟ طيب.
I will write something inside for you.
حالك.
Thank you. So what is your name?
طلعنا الدوري.
Me.
معي برا الحين بدنا نجيب انترناشونال.
M-U-R-I. M-U.
صحيح.
N-I-R. Munida.
Oh, very interesting
Munida.
methodology. مرة interesting.
I spoke with you previously.
هو بيدرب في الحسا أول سيشن ما أدري إيش اختار الحسا إيش صار؟
Yes, I remember.
قاعد أقنع فيه يجي في الرياض ونسويها في الرياض. ما أدري إيش اللي في حساوي يلعب عليه. توجه. شوف له.
Of course, because we'll take a picture. One moment. We'll have a picture together when you like.
طيب خليني برسل لك الايميل عاد نشوف شلون هذا ما قصر هذا وغلط. ايه